Hey guys, I'm back. I've decided to do a little bit of a live section again. I tend to do this a lot. Just so I can talk you through what I'm doing, because this is going to, like, this layout, what I have in mind for this layout is going to be a little bit difficult to record because it's going to be a little bit of a long process. And so I'll just sort of give you the rundown, and then I will do what I have to do, and then I will come back and we'll complete the layout together. So what I've done here, as you've just watched, I have just used my the Mink Reactive Mist. This is the first time I've used it, and I've used my fan brush, and I've done splatters in a sort of a half circle pattern on my cardstock. And the idea was to run it through the Mink machine so I could have all little tiny Mink splatters. I let the reactive ink dry for about 2 hours, and I checked it and I came back and it was touch dry. But I don't think it was dry enough, because when I ran it through the Mink machine, it sort of squashed some of the, well, most of the dots. They sort of like squashed out, and I've ended up with some big blobs and stuff. But that's okay. I can work with this, and I'm fine with it. But I'll just know next time if I'm doing this technique, or if you want to give this technique a try, maybe let it dry overnight, just to be 100% sure. That's what I'm thinking I will do next time. So the idea, I just don't know where to sort of start telling you this. Okay, so we've done this, right? And my next part, I'll just go on to the next part. When you buy the Kitaholic Kits and you subscribe to these awesome kits, you get access to a Facebook group, which is the Kitaholic Kits, the members group. And in that group, we get given one of the lovely DT girls. She designs silhouette cut files, and I'm pretty sure she also designs them for the Cricut as well. And they're free, and you download them, and they're themed to go with that month's kit, and they're really, really cool. So this month we got a big butterfly, like a background, and it was like a few butterflies. I tend to change things up a little bit. I think that's just who I am. I don't like to stick to the norm. I kind of like to, you know, experiment, and yeah, you know what I mean. So what I did is I took apart the stencil or the background of butterflies and made just individual ones. And so then I've got it onto my on my silhouette machine, and I've ended up, I did a whole 12 by 12 page of butterflies, because I didn't know how many I was gonna need. And so I got the inside and the outside, so I've got 2 options there. So my plan is, we'll just push them over there, is to, that's my photo of my daughter, is to use the butterflies and like have them going up, overlapping, like a big butterfly cluster up here, up my up the gold foiling sort of half circle thing. And yeah, so this is the plan. So I'm going to use a lot of these what do you call the outline of the butterfly, and I'm going to throw in a couple of just the white butterflies as well. So, and also what I'm going to do is, I've already done a couple already to show you. I'm going to, with some of these the outer cut ones, I'm going to back them, or stick them on the pattern paper that's come in the kit, so I can put a background on them like so. And so that's one I've done. Not on all of them, I'm just going to do it on a few. And also I'm going to back some with some pink tissue paper going up the page as well. So it's going to sort of, you know, have just some random butterflies going up the page. And so yeah, so that's why this process is going to take me a while, because I'm going to back as many of these butterflies as I possibly can. And then once I've done that, I will come back and we'll complete the layout together. Okay, so that's where I'm at, that's what I'm doing, and I shall see you later.
Okay, now as you can see, all the butterflies are being stuck down. That did take a while. It was very, very fiddly, especially those the frame ones, because there was really nothing to put the glue on to stick it down. So, but I had heaps of fun doing it, trying to work out sort of a pattern so they all kind of overlapped and looked, you know, like a big cluster of butterflies. And I've just gone and stuck down the wood veneer ones that came in the kit, which I think just gave it a little bit more dimension. So now I'm moving on to my layering of my image, and I'm just going to back that on some vellum, and like I normally do, and a bit of computer paper that was just on my desk, and just chop that up, because I don't know if you guys, if I've said it before, I probably have said it before, but I like to use the computer paper. It just adds that little bit more of a dimension and layers behind. I'm not really concerned about archival and all that sort of stuff, because all these photos that I scrapbook are all copies or digital copies that I've printed out, and all the original files I have on my computer. So I just like to have a little bit of fun with the layering. It's like with the tissue paper. I don't think that is archival safe either. But like I said, it doesn't really worry me that much. So I've used some of that pattern paper as well in the layering that I have used on the butterfly. So it all sort of, you know, works in together. So I've used that spotty one and that beautiful blue aqua one. I love that one. I'll be hoarding all those little bits for ages because I don't have much left. And the tissue paper there, and so now I'm just ruffling up the edges there and sticking my photo down. And then I'm going to head off and start playing around with the embellishments. I do struggle, like I've said before, and so I go off camera and sort of play around with my embellishments, and I come back when I've sort of worked out what I want the layout to sort of look like. So this is the next day. So this layout I've done over a couple of days. So it's been, because I've been so super busy, and my little doggy got sick and had to have an operation and all that sort of stuff. So I've had one of those weeks, you know, those weeks. Now this does stop recording, so you don't get to see the whole process. So I do apologize, but I'll be back live in a minute to talk you through the rest of the process.
Hey guys, what has happened is I finished this layout, and as you can see, it's all completed. And what has happened is I don't know how this happens. I record using my old iPhone, Apple iPhone 5, I think it is. Yeah. And it's my old one. It's not connected to a phone line or nothing like that. It's not connected. And I just use it solely to record these videos. And for some reason, my normal phone rang, and it's connected to the iPhone here on the one that I'm recording on. And while I was recording, my normal phone's rung, and this one has just stopped recording. So I've just gone through this whole putting this layout together, like I did all the cluster and sticking down my photo layers, my paper layers and photo, and it's not on there. It's gone. Didn't even record. So I can't technically go back and do it again, because so I just thought I would just do a little bit of a live bit at the end. So this is a very, 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 very strange process video this time, so I do apologize, but I mean, what, you can't expect any more from me, because I think that's just how I roll. I just roll in weird and strange ways, and yeah, so yeah, so what can I say to that? So I'll tell you what I've done is I have used the tissue paper that I've backed some of the butterflies with, and the pattern paper that came in the kit that I've also used with to back some of the butterflies, and I've just used that in my layer. I've used my computer paper that I always do, and a little bit of the tissue paper, which I think I just said, and just laid that all up, and then I scrunched up the pages, the edges, and that was done, and my photos backed on a piece of vellum. Then I've just used some of these leftover cut files from my silhouette, using the cut file for this month's kit, and just added a couple of butterflies, one of the Wild at Heart. I always say, is it Wild at Heart? No, it's not Wild at Heart. It's I always say the wrong one. It's not Wild at Heart. It's what is it? Oh, it is Wild at Heart. I got it right. Yay! Got it right. Wild at Heart. One of those frames. One of these. I just had it in my hand. One of those frames. And a little embellishment from the little Wild at Heart embellishment pack. Some of those wood veneer butterflies that came in the kit, and I've just put them around. This little circle embellishment here, it says "This is Happy." That come from the cutter parts, the exclusive cutter parts that the lovely Deb designs for our kits, and they're awesome. So I've just punched that out with a circle, and I have stuck this all down, and so it's a really busy layer. It's ended up being busy, and this is why I kept the butterflies really neutral and sort of like pastel colors, and I didn't really want to add in too much of the bright. So then I've just come in with my grey lead and done all squiggly lines coming out of the butterflies, like it's a butterfly trail going around the page, and added a little bit of journaling, done a little border, and then I used the Colour Blast colour spray in the bubble gum that came in the mixed media kit, and just watered that down here, as you can see. Used my splatter brush and just added that little bit more pink through the butterflies, and I just wanted to try and get some splatters on the plain white butterflies, just to sort of make them stand out that little bit more. So that's pretty much this layout done. So I think I'm doing really well with these kits. Like, I don't have many embellishments left. I mean, you probably think that's heaps, but for me that's hardly any. So I'm doing really well. So I'm hoping I can get one more layout with this kit before we get the next kit, April's kit. So I'm hoping that, yeah, I can get one more layout out over the weekend. And so yeah, so please subscribe to the Kitaholics YouTube channel, because all the DT girls are awesome, and there's process videos going up all the time, all during the week, like nearly every day, nearly every second day there's a process video going up, and there's always something different to watch. There's a lot of mixed media stuff, there's making handmade stuff, there's Project Life or pocket page scrapbooking, there's 12 by 12 scrapbooking, there's 9 by 12 scrapbooking. Like, there's just a huge array of stuff to watch. And so yeah, subscribe to the Kitaholic Kits channel, because you'll love it. You'll be obsessed with watching us all. So so I will see you all at my next process video. So bye.